What does that do to your theory of I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord, huh?
No.
What does that do to that song? Warfare mindset.
So everything that you worked hard for years is swallowed up in the sky. When locusts come, the sky gets dark. Can't even see the sun. Blots out the sun. You can't kill them. That's how many there are. God's great army.
You mean they separate you from the light?
Satan stole a kingdom. He didn't have one.
Right.
No, you need to understand this. In the beginning, there was darkness and void and all this stuff. You know why? Because that was the domain of the prince of darkness. He didn't have anything. God took it all from him. Cast him out. So, out of this darkness, just above it, in the firmament, God creates what? Eden. A kingdom. He calls earth. What? Yeah. And who shows up when it's all done? Who showed up when the crops are all ready to harvest? Do you want to know how you got something from God? Because just about the time you're supposed to be enjoying a harvest, here comes the enemy of your soul. I believe in the devil, yeah. But I've learned what to do with him. Zechariah, I take him to the Lord. Oh, you want to talk to me about disease? Okay. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me get my brother, my advocate, Jesus. Then you and I and him will go to the Father. And then I turn around and go, where'd you go? He doesn't want to talk to them. He is the Lord my God that heals all my diseases. He knew I was going to have it. Because in my weakness, he manifests his strength. When I'm weak, I'm strong. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. You embrace it. You don't rebuke it. You don't run from it. So God sends him a prophet. And what does he say? Or she?
This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. I brought you up out of slavery in Egypt. I rescued you from the Egyptians and from all who oppressed you. I drove out your enemies and gave you their land. I told you, I am the Lord your God. You must not worship the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you now live. But you have not listened to me. Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree at Ophrah.
Now let's stop right there. Yeah. Ophrah. Yeah. He doesn't say, you didn't hear me. Oh, we're back to indicative and passive now again. Which we need to really clarify, don't we? Huh? I'm gonna put them two words up here. No, you can write them right here. Oh,
open them up here.
right here.
All right.
indicative and passive. Now, these are two words that, I introduced about 3 or 4 years ago, to be honest with you, that we're just now really coming around to, they're starting to mature in us. Sometimes seed is sown into your life that may take 2 or 3 years, may take 5 years, may take 10 years to come up.
Long period of dormancy there.
God sows a word into Israel and tells them that there's not going to be any harvest for 7 years. Did he not? He allowed the enemy to come in. Even though Israel was unfaithful, he can never be unfaithful to his word. You are my people, and I am your God. He told that to Abraham, he told that to Isaac, he told that to Jacob, he told that to Moses, he told that to Joshua. Even when he still called them his people. The enemy can't do anything without permission.
Amen.
You're the one that gives him permission. Through your disobedience, through your actions. You with me? Okay, so the prophet says, hey, you're going to be like this a while. So now all of a sudden, this word comes, and according to what you're reading, where are we in this 7-year cycle? No.
Near the end.
You're almost at the end. He sends the angel of God. Right? So God's never early, God's never late. He's always right on time. Now, could they have shortened the sentence?
Yes.
Tiff?
I say yes because, when you see, let me find it, verse 6, so Israel was reduced to starvation by the Midianites. Then the Israelites cried out to the Lord for help. So it was as if they waited until they hit absolutely rock bottom and turned to God as a very last resort.
Excellent. So
Amen.
should he be your last resort or your first resort?
First.
So, by their actions, they were telling God, you're not my daddy. Who's your
You're not
daddy?
my resource.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your daddy?
Can I tie this up a little bit? Tie something in here? Take it back to the woman with the issue of the blood? All right. Go back to the triangles because I love the triangles too. All right, that's the triangle right here with the board in here, okay? All right, honor, the virtue there, and the blessing.
Well, let me clarify something so maybe
Okay.
you can. What's the board represent? What's this represent? Looks like a seesaw,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
What does it represent?
It looks like the scales there, the scale, the
Just wait and balance.
just weight and balance of the Lord's.
Yeah. Just weight and balance of the Lord. Encapsulated in what?
Faith. In the
Tiff, you
Word.
got a chronological Bible?
Yes.
How many straight lines you got in that Bible?
What do you mean straight lines?
Well, when you look at the chronology of something, what do they usually show you?
Timeline.
They,
A timeline.
yeah, it is. Yeah, they have timeline. I saw
A timeline. So who determines the time of your blessing?
You do.
Oh. Wow. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're right on where I'm talking about here. All right. Honor, virtue with the V here, and blessing. All right. Stay with me for a minute. We're down here, right? We're down here. We're on this side of what? We're on this side of the eternity. All right. Where does God dwell? Let me see. From eternity to eternity. All right. Have we said that in here recently? I think I just heard it in here today, did we not? Eternity to eternity. Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, right? All right, so we're going to take that V on up a little bit and make the other triangle again. All right, what's up here? What's up here? The blessing's up here. Everything that we need, all of our provision is up here. All right, you follow me? If this board tilts, then nothing flows through the V down here. Huh? Exactly, nothing flows through the V down here. So in order to get the
Hourglass of time.
the hourglass of time, in order to get the manifest blessing where we are in our time right here today in this eternity, from that eternity, we have to push down on this side. Humble yourself, all right? And God will exalt you. You have to push this side down. How do you honor God? The way up
The
is
way up is
down. How did the lady with the issue of the blood come? In honor. What happened? It righted the crossbar. It righted the scales so that through virtue could flow her provision. Manifest in the time that she was in right there. Before the cross. Before the cross. Her honor, her laying her dignity down and getting down in the dirt. Come on. We talk about the dignity. We're to walk in the dignity of Christ. In order to do that, we have to lay our dignity down. We have no dignity. We get down and crawl there on our face and honor Him, and in that honoring, He blesses us. How? Through virtue, which is an active power to achieve something. That's the action part of it, the virtue is. It flows through that virtue, from the provision to the need, from the answer to the problem. At the same place that we're talking about over here on this other drawing, the crux of the cross, the crossroads right there, through the veil of His flesh. That's the same place right there. Same exact thing. You could take this up here and draw the same triangle over here. Manifest in the time that we're in, coming from eternity that God lives in to right here where we are. Yes, they could have shortened it. How? By humbling themselves and honoring God and righting the scales.
humble yourself in the sight of the
Lord.
And through Christ, He will lift you up so that you can be
Blessed.
when?
Yeah.
That's why this is time.
Hmm.
You decide the time of your blessing. Poshata. Come on.
Amen.
Not God.
Amen.
He's waiting on you. And you're telling me you're waiting on Him. I hope you don't realize this, but God doesn't need a waiter.
Hmm.